Hello, welcome to a video that is meant to be pretty boring and make you fall asleep, as opposed to turning you on, as some ASMR videos tend to do. It is No Nut November, so I figured this was necessary. So I'm going to be tapping, soft speaking, and unboxing. What we're going to be unboxing is a 12-core 24-thread 1920X Threadripper CPU and an NH-U14S TR4 SP3 Noctua Threadripper cooler. Now, if you don't understand what any of that is, good. This should be sufficiently boring, and, well, hopefully you'll fall asleep, won't you? But before we get started with that, if you are a subscriber to the channel, chances are you subscribed for Mouth Sounds. In the description there's a link to a video you can watch. And in there you have details on how to win your very own private, personalized Mouth Sounds video. Or any ASMR video really, but that's probably what you want, so if you want to win that, or you just want to support me through a click of a button, go watch that video. It's very simple. Thank you very much. This being a no-nut video, I have my darker glasses on and my hair is relatively messy. It's not really done up in any way. I have not shaven in a while, so I've got a bunch of scruff. I don't know if that shows well on the video. So yeah, let us first, because I'm kind of excited, unbox this Threadripper 1920X 12-core 24-thread. CPU. Not sponsored, by the way. I fucking wish. There's a tab here that says RIP Hair. It's fitting because it's a Threadripper CPU. By the way, it has a 3.5 GHz base with a 4 GHz boost. Precision boost. But can be, if you're lucky, overclocked to 4 or maybe even 4.1 GHz. If you're unlucky, still you can get a stable 3.9 GHz overclock on all 12 cores. And that is what I intend to do. And on this piece we have instructions on how to open the box. Very useful. Okay, so I take these two black pieces off, remove the mounting pieces, and then unscrew from the back. Oh yes. Because the next generation Threadripper CPUs are now out and have been for a little bit, these 1920X 12-core CPUs are selling for basically nothing. Well, by nothing I mean like $400 in America and about $500 in Europe, basically. Still, that is very cheap for what you get, and I'm pretty hyped about it. So in the bottom there we have a little piece of cardboard, I imagine, with instructions. Maybe something more. And then we actually, I'm gonna not pull it out, but you get the mounting bracket, it seems, as well as a bit of a tool that you need to actually install this processor. I need to cough, but I'm not going to. And I'm sure you know how that feeling is. So now we have this really neat looking capsule, plastic. With a double glazed airplane window, basically, in the front. And on the back, we have this. It's a thing you can screw to unlock, and it says, "Unlock the power." Oh yeah. That was pretty loud, and I imagine I will go and fix that. Oh. Okay, so I said this video wouldn't turn you on, but if you're into computer parts, this just might. Look at that beast of a CPU. Oh. It is massive. Jeez. Like, that is some horsepower. I am so hyped to put this in my system. It says 2016 on it, which means they were sampling these back in 2016. That is interesting. It's not surprising. They released them in 2017. I imagine this. Oh, yeah. I don't imagine anything. So they held on to this for like a year before they had enough supply to start selling it, I guess. And maybe ironing out the kinks. By the way, I apologize for the incredibly very boring, obnoxious cars in the background. I don't apologize for the boring at all. This is protected by a plastic window, by the way, and all of this plastic here. That is wonderful, and that, like, I am so excited to put that in my new computer. Let's see if this is a little less loud when you close it. Oh yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Hold on, I'm just gonna put this back, because I won't be installing this before maybe, well, in like 2 weeks, hopefully. There we go. So that's the processor. Now for the cooler. So this thing is going to be mounted onto that processor to keep it cold. Preferably cold, but yes, cooler than it would be without it. In fact, without it, the computer wouldn't be able to function. I'm going to overclock my CPU to hopefully at least 3.9 gigahertz, maybe 4 gigahertz on all cores. And to overclock 12 cores by as much as I am going to, you need a proper cooler. This thing is a bit power hungry, so it generates a lot of heat. Whoops. Oh, I know you can't see very much. Okay, I'm going to save the best for last. First we grab a little cardboard box within this cardboard box. see here, this contains the anti-vibration pods for the NF-A15 fan. It contains clips for the fan. It contains a low noise adapter for the fan to be controlled to the motherboard. And it contains a high-grade thermal compound, the kind of thing that would cost you like $15. You can't see much, but on the box it's like a little illustration of said product. And you also get a very simple IKEA-style mounting tool. Very nice. Now, I don't know if I can open this without ripping it. I don't think so, unless I'm very careful with like a tool, which I don't have, or I do it very loudly. So I'm going to leave those things in the box. What I am going to do is going to see if I can get this cooler out of the box. If you're the kind of person, and I imagine you're the majority, who has never opened up your computer to look what is inside, now you get to see, well, this isn't what's inside your computer most likely, but you get to see what is inside a computer. This is difficult to get out. Look at that beast. That is a cleverly designed 140mm fan, but on a 120mm fan mounting system, because as most fans are, or have a square mounting bracket, this one has a circular one, and that allows it to have these mounting holes in line with where a 120mm fan would normally have them. So this is about as big of a fan as you can have with this kind of mounting bracket, and it's about as big as they get. Oh, look at that. It would actually be, yeah, I imagine it would go that way, to blow air through the little metal fins. I don't know if you can see this behind the fan, but there are metal fins. And they take the heat away from the CPU that they're connected to. This thing is massive. It is a huge chunk of metal with heat pipes running through it. Like a lot of heat pipes. See if I can open it. Nah. It seems like the kind of packaging that wouldn't be able to be easily put together again. It's a shame, but you can see it anyway. Oh. If you ever doubted that I was a bit of a geek, a nerd, now you know. I am indeed geek and nerd. There's something rattling in there. I imagine it might be maybe the fan cable, or maybe a loose piece of cardboard. Who knows? I shall find out when I build this thing. I don't know if I'm going to be building it on video. I would like to, but it's only a partial build. It's only a motherboard. If you're interested, it's the MSI MEG Creation X399 motherboard, which is a beast, and it costs more than the CPU that I'm putting on it. But that is a future-proof motherboard, basically. It's got really good DRM cooling, which means it'll be able to tackle pretty heavy overclocks. And on top of that, it is a Tiarra 4 motherboard, which means it'll be supported until at least 2020. So we'll get the fourth generation, but Zen 3 Threadripper CPUs, and they should still support the motherboard that I'm getting. So I am pretty hyped about that. So yeah, I'm really excited. So if you're still watching and you need something to do, maybe to help you keep your mind off nothing, why don't you go to the description and you follow that link to the video that I talked about earlier, because I've made a game. If you needed more confirmation that I'm a geek, with my team, of course, there's a video going over that, and you can add the game to your Steam wishlist, and that will help me because I'm going to use the wishlist number in order to get funding from the Norwegian government. So if it seems interesting to you, or you just want to support me, you would not believe the amount of help that it is when you click that link and just add it to your wish list. A couple of minutes for you could change my life, as well as others. So, do that. And if you're watching this way in the future, you might as well go do it anyway, because maybe you want the game. So, anyway. Oh, by the way, that's also how you win the Math Sounds video. When it reaches 1,000 wishlist ads, we're at about 200 right now. When it reaches 1,000, I will pick a winner from the list of names who have provided proof, and that'll be it. You'll get your own 30 minutes Math Sounds video. And if you really don't want Math Sounds, I guess it can be something else. So, I shall go, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.